have it on.
Number 10, Ali Jorski.
There, ladies and gentlemen, you hear the Star Spangled Banner. Welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen. I am John Sternicker. Alongside me today is Mr. Murphy Horning, as the Grandview Bob coming in here to take on the Bexley Lions, coming in with a record of 3-6. Is this a Grandview team that's just been dominating the way through its entire season? Like I said, 11-0, no goals scored against them. They've been putting up a lot of goals, most notably Maddie James, who scored a goal every single game this season. Most notably, her last game was in that game against Columbus Academy. She had 2 goals, and helping her out was Pierce also. And it's just been total dominance, Murphy, from the Bobcats.
Oh yeah, this soccer program has been an elite program for years, and once again they are blowing teams out. And yeah, this team, they can go anywhere this year, maybe even a state championship. But this team will be fun to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. We had the call when they took on Whitehall, and you know, we also did the Worthington Christian game, but we weren't sure like how good these girls' team really was. And like you said, Murphy, this team that's destined to make not only a deep playoff run, but chance to win a state championship. Like I said, no goals scored against them yet. You know, Gentile, even in the tougher games, Gentile hasn't had to make a ton of saves. Gotta give credit to this team offensively and defensively, and they've just been all out. But as they won their last game against Academy 3-0, and the game before that they defeated Westland 13-0. They defeated Fairbanks 5-0, and then before that defeated 2-0 against Rosecrans. And they are 3-0 in the league, defeating London 5-0, defeating Whitehall 13-0.
Yeah.
And obviously that win against Academy. So even in their division, doesn't seem like anyone's really being that
right. I
competitive.
mean, the Cats' defense has been solid, but I mean, when she has had to make saves, she's definitely made them. And you don't rack up these many shutouts in a row without great goaltending.
And ladies and gentlemen, we like to also give a quick sponsor to our quick shout out, to our sponsor Jimmy John's and then Snap Fitness for helping us out here and supporting us here tonight as we are underway. And as Bexley will start off here with the soccer ball, they'll shift now towards the left side, of the field, and that ball will just get kicked out right there. Yeah, it will get kicked out right there by Maddie Arndt. As May Arndt's one of those players you can definitely rely on.
Yes.
May not score a ton of goals, but she's always there defensively and offensively. I remember that game against Whitehall that we had here. She was all over the field. But nonetheless, Bexley in control.
Yeah, Bexley, they have maintained possession, but the Cats really haven't let them get towards the goal here. Even though, granted, it's only been 1 minute, but Cats defensively are looking sharp.
And again, this is a Grandview team that loves to let their opponents make mistakes and take control of them. Obviously aggressive, but, man, there's a lot of times where we've seen this team where the other team has given them a golden opportunity, and the Bobcats do a good job capitalizing on it.
Yeah, that's why this team wins so many games. They take it. I mean, you have to take advantage of chances when the opposing team gives them to you, and the Cats have done that.
So here we are now. That ball just get kicked straight up in the air. As this is Maddie James, I believe, with the ball, trying to go from one side to the other. Looks like she was looking for Tia Thomas over there.
God dang it. Oh, this thing zoomed in.
Or, excuse me, Carly Orr. And Carly Orr tried to save it. The ball goes out of bounds. Carly Orr had 2 goals in that game against Westland to help out the squad. Also, that big goal, really, that was a game-winning goal for the Cats in that game. This is Oregon who have the throw-in here. Plenty of time. Look, now just toss it over to Maddie James. Tries to give it back to Orr. That'll be broken up, but finally picked back up by Maddie. She goes to the other Maddie. Maddie Arn back to James. As James takes it to the corner.
Shoot, that stupid pillar's in the way.
Yeah, it's a
I'm
fight.
trying to get the camera on that, but
It's a fight for the corner, and finally the ball goes out on Maddie James. But again, we saw right there, Maddie James, very quick and very focused, and is really intelligent with the soccer ball, always looking up ahead on the field where she wants to put the ball. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to find anyone right there, but nonetheless, that's one of her big strengths, is giving to someone and putting it right where they need it. Now that'll just be a throw-in right down the right side of the line here. It looks like they're going to call foul right there against Maddie, so a free kick will go to Bexley.
yeah, it's a weird place for a free kick or a goal kick, but ooh, she kind of shanked that one.
Goes out of bounds, and now Grandview, Grandview has a chance to capitalize right here. It's a nice throw by Maddie. Now this is Tia Thomas who give it over to, I believe that's Anna Dobies over there. She tried to swing it off too, and that ball would just be bounced around and picked up by the goalie. That's up in the air and punted away.
It's kind of a quiet start here today. Neither team has really garnered any
and early on, Murphy, just seems
close scoring chances, but
it just seems like both teams early on are just trying to figure each other
trying
out.
to feel each other. Yeah.
It's like one of those situations. We see it all the time. Name the sport.
Basketball,
football,
hockey.
Especially football, you know, those first drives, that's mainly what those first drives from both sides are always about. And then you make adjustments, see where you can go from there.
I feel like basketball and hockey might be better examples of that, but yeah, both teams seem pretty conservative so far. Trying to figure out each other's strengths and weaknesses.
Seeing some decent passes from Grandview early on.
Yeah. Neither team has really stood out so far.
Grandview's been trying to work this right side, it seems like, early on, and
Bexley
wants to switch sides of the field, and maybe they like the matchup over there. We've seen a lot of Carly Orr, Maddie James, and Maddie Arndt over here. I believe that's Anna Dobies with the ball. She just gets that taken away from, and Grandview will still keep it in play. Finally be retrieved by Tia Thomas. And the Bobcats will now try to get things moving as that was a ball up ahead. Looking for Maddie James, nothing going there. So now Bexley will just punt it away.
Ooh.
That was a nice job right there by
Carly Orr,
yeah. Not the tallest person in the world, but she is a fighter.
No, she's very fast.
I always mention about her brother Caleb. He's
very similar players, yeah.
Exactly. And Caleb's always been a fighter, especially on the field. So Bexley in control here. Then I'll try to spread it and kick it up above.
Ooh.
And the Cats now going back to the left side of the field.
Well, the right side of the field.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Just say near side and far side. That'll make it less difficult for you. We're on a YouTube channel. Yeah. I think it's Grandview Heights Bobcats or Grandview Heights Athletics or something.
So the Cats again trying to switch sides, going back to the right
that
side
one down, but
to Carly Orr.
all right.
The ball will just be moved around here a little bit. That's finally Anna Dobies who booms it
Oh.
all the way across. What a kick. And that's one of the things. That's one of the senior leaders there. Some of you senior captains, excuse me, and you can see why. She's got a leg. That was a nice, solid deep kick.
We could use her on the football team.
Yeah.
Even though Luke Sterniker did a good job kicking extra points.
That he did.
And
so Bexley gets that stolen. Nice job by Carly Orr again. She's all over the place. It just seems like she also reminds me kind of like Ryan McHugh. I remember when Ryan used to play soccer, he was very aggressive, that small aggressive person that, will always fight for the ball and somehow always ends away with it. But nonetheless, Bexley does have possession
I lost track
here.
of the ball there.
You were trying to say something, Murphy?
No, I just lost track of the ball there for a second.
So that's Maddie Arndt who tried to drill it towards the middle and finally picked up by
somehow that got through to the goal, but
yeah.
I think that's the Cats' first shot on goal of the game. Ball's on the far side of the field.
What are you liking thus far, Murphy, from
I think the
Cats'
defense has looked strong, not allowing any good scoring chances. They're dominating possession within the last 5 or so minutes. So we got a rush here on the left side. So that ball will be centered towards the goal and will be cut off there by the goalie in the green shirt.
And Bexley, they're sending the whole house back every time Grandview goes on offense. There's only 1 or 2 people
back up
seems
front,
like even past the 40-yard line. Bexley just likes to send their whole team on the defensive end to have someone just get the ball out of there because they know this Grandview team attacks, and they especially attack in that first half. Remember, there was a game back in that Whitehall game. We were keeping track of how many goals this team has scored overall, and they're averaging about 3 or 4 goals a game.
Yeah,
and a lot of them come from that first half. So Bexley trying to change up their strategy and just they know Grandview can score, so they want to send a lot of people back deep. It almost, obviously not the goal is to play for a tie, but less goals scored against them, the better.
Yeah, you can't lose if the opposing team doesn't score on you. Okay.
So Bexley will get the throw in here. And Obese pokes that away. Nice little kick right there to get it out. And Tia Thomas, it ends up in Tia Thomas. Well, we kicked around a little bit there. Now finally just be sent deep. Another big kick from the Bobcats. The ball will just go out of bounds. Some substitutions. We have Olivia Girardi and Emma Hall both in. Both of these players getting a lot of playing time.
This is a younger team.
Yeah, they got a lot of young talent that are going to be playing a lot come the future. And we saw Olivia and Emma get a lot of playing time, especially in that Whitehall game.
Right,
and,
right.
Both of them actually almost got a goal in that game. I believe Emma Hall actually had an assist, so.
Some motorbike that's zipping down.
Yeah.
Fairview Avenue there.
And yeah, Girardi actually, she's already had a goal this year. It was that game against London where she scored a goal, so she has experience not only getting on the field but also putting a goal in. The ball just rolled out of bounds here.
Both teams, they seem to be playing pretty conservatively right up to this juncture. Those Cats, they have had a couple times where they've gone it moderately close to the net, but
this is Tia Thomas. And nice slide right there by Tia. Nice clean slide. Just gets a little unlucky, ends up in Bexley, but that was a good play right there by Tia. A lot of players, they are very aggressive, and doesn't really know where they go over that slide, but that was just straight up clean. So they're trying to work Olivia Girardi over here, but Bexley's having none of it, and here come the Lions. The numbers game was pretty even offensively if the Lions were to make a pass right there, but that ball just get booted away. For Murphy, I mean, defensively, it just seems like they're sending a lot of people back.
I think they'd have to be pleased with how, because I know they know how good this Grandview team is and can be, but defensively they're doing a fantastic job. Cats, they've gotten the ball close to the net a couple times, but not any real threatening scoring chances. But they would want to get the ball more towards the north end of the field. And that's the only thing I think Bexley would want to improve on right now. But both teams playing a pretty sound game so far.
And, it might be a problem, though, for Bexley because of that reason. You're not going to have a lot of chances if you are the Lions because everyone's going to be tired from always having to drop back. But if you get an open chance,
No, but you'd still have to be really happy with the 0-0 score at this point, especially if this holds up for the remainder of the first half. But the Cats, they're really stiff in the defensive zone, and they're doing a great job.
Now Schaefer back there, number 23.
Ooh,
I've missed her name a few times. Whitney Schaefer.
There's
deserves
Olivia Girardi, I think,
She's
on the
actually
far
had a few
left.
good kicks.
Well, the far right, just say the far side. God dang it.
We got a few more substitutions. Sydney Slaughter and Carly Orr both be coming in. As Maddie Arndt.
Is that Carly Orr going for the coming out for the corner kick far side? Let's see how the Cats line up here.
Actually, I believe that might be Tia
Oh.
Thomas. I believe that might be Tia Thomas. But nonetheless,
A
Maddie
good
James.
hustle by Maddie James right
Yeah.
there. Cats are getting closer. They just haven't been able to get shots to the net.
Cats are putting on pressure right there. I think that was Sydney Slaughter who had a little bit of an opportunity, but just couldn't get past one of the defenders. And now she will get actually, never mind. The ball is going to go out of bounds, but I know they're trying to work her in a lot more in this offense, and it's been paying off. She's actually had a few goals herself thus far also this season. Yeah, in that game that 13-0 win against Westland, she actually had a goal for herself. She had 2 goals, in that game. And I don't recall her in that Whitehall game getting a lot of playing time. So, yeah, this is something that's really becoming a thing for the Cats, and it's paying off. She's been doing a good job offensively, making some big-time plays for the Cats.
Ball on the far side of the field there, and I think they say it went out of bounds, or they called it foul. I'm not sure, but anyways, Bexley starts with ball near the 35-yard line, if you will.
The score is still 0-0, 23 minutes to go in the first half. I'm John Serker. Alongside me is Murphy Horning. We also want to give our quick plugs to Jimmy John's and to Snap Fitness.
Jimmy John's, pretty fast.
Yeah. And Snap Fitness, their motto, you can, the best.
Ohio's best 24-hour fitness center.
Thank you, Murphy.
They are second to none.
Back in for Bobcats, number 6, Taylor Pierce.
These Cats are going to get a throw in here.
Yeah, I have a
That
gym.
might be Emma Hall there. But go on, John.
I was going to say, speaking of gym classes, I mean, I'm in a gym class right now, and I know a lot of people like to go to Snap Fitness, and they said it's the best, so. If you're trying to
I
figure out
have
a place
ran
to go.
past there. It looks like a good. They have enough equipment there. I don't know that much about the place, but whoops, I shouldn't have said that on the air. But
It's good. It's good.
yeah. But yeah, it looks it's right in the heart of Grandview and just about a block away from the intersection of 3rd and Grandview.
Yep.
So that ball is punched along the far side and it goes out of bounds.
Grandview will get the throw in.
So the Bobcats, they really are stifling any Bexley possession if they get past where the 20-yard line is, which is about 30 yards away from the goal, maybe closer to 25, but that ball is punched up ahead. They got to get back, and smart alert play there to kick it out of bounds.
Yeah, Murphy, and again, this is where we see where, having so many people back for Bexley really hurts. Normally a team that runs the typical offense, they'll have someone will be right there for the ball and to spread someone out deep even ahead of them, but they only got 2 people in front just to retrieve the ball, which
right.
is really hard. But if you somehow get a goal in, if you're Bexley, you're looking pretty good.
And substitutions here. Whitney Schaefer's coming into the game to replace, I believe that's Emma Hall there.
It is.
Yep, that's Emma Hall. As we have just over 20 minutes left in this first half, almost halfway through the first stanza here at Anderson Field at Bobcat Stadium.
Oh, nice play by Olivia to stick with it. Almost seems like she saw the slide coming, but still kept with it.
And they ruled that one off of Bexley, so Grandview will get a throw in near midfield.
That was a little bit of a high kick, but anyways.
Some contact. Oh, let's say it went off of Bexley. I thought that went off of Grandview there for a second, but.
Olivia with the throw in.
And
looking for someone, finally does. Goes to the left side, kicks it deep.
Nothing there.
That'll be boomed out by the Cats. There comes Tia Thomas. As Bobcats successfully change it from one side to the other, switch fields. And Olivia almost was trying to go for a little bit of a spin move right there, but just couldn't quite get there. And again, Tia trying to go back to that right side, looking for Olivia, just a little bit too far.
Yeah, she couldn't. She wouldn't have been able to chase that one down. Cats trying to start something. They haven't really they haven't had control of the possession right in the middle stage of the first half like they did within the first 10 minutes of the game.
Right. Yeah. Forgot to mention that Maddie James actually was out for a while in their first half just to rest up, and it's nice to see her back on the field. She's definitely the player you want to go to, at least to get that first goal and get things going. And it seems like Bobcats actually without her were doing a decent job, which is good to see. Score again 0-0, 18 minutes to go.
As the boys are playing, I heard some mumbling in the press box, but boys are at Bexley tonight, and both teams are undefeated. We'll try to give you any scoring updates when they are made available here in the press box, but
it'll be a good one.
They are underway right now.
I know Brad Bertani, he actually went over there.
Yeah, he is over there. I mean, how can he not be over?
Yeah. Just another Wednesday night, as I always say.
Just another Wednesday. Casual Wednesdays.
Yeah. Grandview will get the throw in here. Yeah. Honestly, I think besides Sundays, I think Wednesdays are actually one of the most boring days of the week.
You think Sundays are boring?
Yeah.
My favorite's Saturday.
Oh, that's everyone's.
College football, I mean, all due respect to the NFL, but there's nothing better. There's nothing better than college football. The Buckeyes
are little collision right there. Nice job.
Yeah.
Trying to see who that was. That was number 12, Murphy, for the Cats.
We'll see who that. And the crowd is clamoring for a foul. And we have just received an update courtesy of Joe Hecker that the boys' game is tied, no score, 15 minutes left in the first half. And to answer your question, John, number 12 is Claudette Mole.
That's it, right. Yeah, I remember talking about her during one of the broadcasts.
Okay.
She's very aggressive. That's her MO. And brings a lot of power. And, you try to stop her once, she'll just keep coming. And we saw it right there.
Okay.
So here come the Lions.
As we have 15:39 left in the first half here and counting. No score.
So ball got out of bounds, but we throw in for Bexley. And this might be the farthest Bexley has made it thus far offensively. Now the chance to capitalize.
For the Bobcats, they send in number 11, Olivia Girardi, and number 15 is Maddie Arndt.
And Olivia Girardi and Maddie Arndt both check back in for the game. But I was going to make the point, Murphy, that if you look at the middle of the field for the Lions, they're pushed up pretty far. They're at about near the Bobcats' 45-yard line.
In football terms, yeah.
Yeah. So one loose ball, Cats have a golden opportunity if they want to keep someone up there. Looks like Bexley was trying to send someone after a pass from the 50 to try and send someone around the 20, but couldn't get there. Ball will go out of bounds, and Cats will get the throw in. It's been, like you said, Murphy, it's been pretty even thus far.
I agree. Bexley, they've
pretty challenging.
Seems like it's been a change of pace in their favor as we've gotten near the middle to end of the first half. Still just over 14 minutes left. And, of course, we are scoreless. Been a very defensive game so far.
Yeah, it has. Not a lot of opportunities to score from either side.
Both teams have seemingly an impenetrable wall about 10 yards in front of the goal area or the goal box.
And Bexley's game plan seems to be working right now. Obviously coming in with a record of 3-6, having a little bit of a down year compared to Bobcats, who like we said at the top of the broadcast, has a chance to win states here.
They can go as far as they want to.
But here comes Bexley. They got some numbers. Number 12 is waiting. She just kicks it up ahead, looking for a teammate.
Ooh.
That'll be missed, but that'll be picked right back up and kicked out.
God dang it.
And retrieved by Tia Thomas. That ball would just get booed away. That was Whitney Schaefer who kicked it out deep. Now Bobcats, they want to try to attack, get something going, but they just can't get there. So Bexley looking for help. They get it. And here come the Lions.
Uh-oh, this could be their first good chance of the game, but
that ball just
stifled right there.
And a good, Bobcats got lucky because that very easily could have hopped over and be a corner kick, but nonetheless, there'll still be a throw-in. So you also got to be careful where you kick it out of bounds. because this looks like a Bexley team that once they get a chance to attack, they will. You know, almost like a lion, no pun intended, Murphy, just sitting there waiting. And when they got their chance, they just go after you.
Yeah, I know you weren't going to try and drop any extremely hokey puns on our. Yeah.
How about them Lions Sunday? No, I'm kidding.
Oh, how about on Sunday? Oh, man, did they get hosed.
This is Whitney Schaefer in a battle right now. And she wins it. She gets past and kicks up ahead, but where
are they rolling now?
It's upsetting. Whitney, you gotta think, wanted to play the ball.
She thought she was bumped, but
yeah. Well, Grandview has the kick, but Whitney seems like she wanted to keep play go, and because she had Maddie up ahead for a chance to possibly take it to the corner. But anyways, play will stop back here, and Grandview will get the free kick. So this
looks like Anna Dobies will be taking the
35.
Good line drive down the field. There's Whitney Schaefer.
Yeah, just some fundamental passes from Bexley, but a lot of times they seem to be working right now. Carlior stops it, turns around, tries to get it to Maddie, just wasn't high enough to get over defender's head. This is Tia Thomas, gives it to Maddie. Maddie takes it towards the middle, looking for someone that might have actually gotten poked away, and nice job by Maddie again. That's what I love about Maddie, is after it doesn't matter what happens, even if she loses the fight, she'll still come right back at you to try to win it back.
Very resilient.
Exactly.
Cats seem to be carrying the play.
That's how she is in basketball, too.
Indeed. Cats seem like they have been carrying the play within the last 3 minutes. So that ball will be punched, not out of bounds.
Score still remains 0-0. Now just under 10 minutes to go here in the first half.
And looks like we're going to have some substitutions here. I see.
Carly Orr will be coming in.
Carly Orr and Taylor Pierce.
Thank you. And again, they're going to go with that substitution between Pearson and Maddie James. Going back and forth. We resume play in the Cats. This is Olivia Girardi. She kicks it kind of just straight up in the air.
Nice slide tackle there.
It will be retrieved by Bobcat. Now this is Taylor Pierce, who has a chance, still going. Oh, just an unlucky bounce right there. And again, number 18 on Bexley. I don't know her name, or 14, excuse me. I don't know her name, but she is tall and she is quick. And she's just been a burden for the Bobcats.
Your phone just. The moment John's been dreading, his phone just passed away.
8.5 to go. Score still tied 0-0. John Sturger alongside me is Murphy Horning. Again, this game sponsored by Jimmy John's.
Freaky fast.
And Snap Fitness.
And in terms of Ohio fitness centers, they are second to none.
Thank you.
A truly elite fitness center that's located just a block off the intersection of Grandview and 3rd.
Tara Pierce was looking for Tia Thomas right there. It's a chase and finally be kicked with the left foot. I think that was Andobies who just pooches it away. But anyways, Bexley has a chance. It's number 10. Looking for help is Bexley. And that might be Bexley's first shot of the game, and that just gets kicked straight out of bounds by the Bobcats. And now, right now, we're starting to see Bexley now being the team in control.
Yeah,
here.
I'd say for the majority of the last 20 minutes, I'd say Bexley has controlled the possession. They've been carrying the play, but Cats defense, Bexley, they've still never been able to funnel shots to the goal. They haven't had any real close chances. Really neither team has had any close chances up to this point, but it's a 0-0 tie, and I feel that that is appropriate for the way this game is going.
Now 6.5 to go. Number 20, she's got some good footwork, and will dish it off. And now Bexley has some numbers for him. And a shot right there by Bexley, but finally gets knocked out of bounds. And now Bexley has a chance for a corner kick to try to take the early lead here.
Okay. I saw Edwin hit a single.
There comes the corner kick. It's up in the air.
Ooh, okay.
Goes past everyone. That was kind of scary for the Cats. Now finally get kicked out of bounds by Whitney Schaefer. But yeah, you got to be careful in there if you're the Bobcats. Your goal is to, kick it towards the north side and just get that ball out. They got kind of fortunate the back door missed their cue. Nonetheless, it is still 0-0.
Just over 5 minutes left here, 5:22 and counting. No score.
So with 5 minutes to go, Murphy, what is your overall take from both sides thus far?
Well, like I said, it's been a very defensive game. I'd say Grandview dominated the time of possession within the first 10 or 15 minutes. Within the last 20 or 25 minutes, I say that the balance has shifted over to Bexley. But no score. Cats defensively, they haven't allowed any real scoring chances as the ball's in the box. Cats just can't get it towards the goal. They had a chance there.
Yeah.
But Bexley cleared the house there.
Yeah, Carly Orr almost with a chance. It just seems like the size difference got in the way right there.
Yeah.
Much taller.
Let's see where they and they say it went off Maddie James there, and a goal kick.
This offense hasn't had many opportunities as we're used to seeing, Murphy.
That might have been the closest
shooting,
scoring chance for any team, for either team during this entire game. Or this first half, I should say.
Nice job by Tia to center towards the middle. Now they're going back to Maddie on the right side. And there'll be a shot right there by the Cats. That was Maddie Arndt, with the shot. And it seemed like the Bexley keeper might have juggled that for a little bit on her right side. But that was a nice look by Maddie. See if that sparked anything in this offense.
3:30 left here in the first half.
Nice defense by Carly Orr to just wait and let the ball get to her. She needs help. Someone finally does get it off. But Bexley will end up with it. Again, Tia still fighting. Good job by Tia. Now finally gets the ball up, kicks it deep. I'm looking for Maddie, and they're going to say Maddie threw the player down, but hopefully she's all right.
It's Maddie. She's slow to get up, but she's up. She's walking. She's fine. amateur referees in the stands don't approve of the call.
She did throw her, but after that, it was a little unnecessary for her to get tripped up like that.
Let's see, there's a conference going on with the referee and Mike Myrna, the Bobcats coach, on the near sideline.
I think he just wants an explanation.
Yeah.
It was probably a little hard to see, but I feel like we got a pretty good view of that.
Yeah. But Myrna still begs to differ.
Yeah.
I didn't seem to be too happy with the call there, but
I think it might have been the right call, but nonetheless, the after play.
Clock is temporarily stopped with 2:02 left, but we're back underway. We're past the 2-minute warning.
2 minutes left in the half.
Let's see if that sparks the Grandview team, though. Maybe get some going after that. Put a little more aggression into them. Because Bexley's game plan is actually working pretty well. Score still 0-0 with 1:40 to go. Be nice to see if they could get one in right before half to give them momentum. That'll be kicked all around, and now Anna Dobies has a little bit of time.
1:17 and counting left in the first half.
Looking for Taylor Pierce up the far side.
Cats will get a throw in here. We're under a minute, 51 seconds left and counting. So that ball will be punted. It bounces. Could have been a collision there, but crisis averted. Here's Maddie James. She's
again, they're going to call another one on Maddie. I'm not sure. Now that one I'm not sure about.
Yeah.
I thought that was a
19 seconds
slide,
left.
But
18, 17, 16.
Thanks, Murphy, for the countdown.
Yeah, I can't show you the scoreboard while the play's going on, but 10 seconds left.
You can hear the announcer calling out the final seconds. Cats still fighting despite everything, and that will take us to the half. A 0-0 game. And Bexley holding their own here at the half. Murphy, final thoughts of the first half.
Well, I don't know what else I need to say. I think I've covered it all. I mean it's been a very defensive game. Grandview dominated the first 10 minutes and probably like the last 5 or 7 minutes, and Bexley dominated the middle part of the first half. But yeah, very few real good scoring chances for anybody so far tonight. But something's got to give in the second half, and I'm looking forward to it.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Score again, 0-0 at the half. We'll be back for the second half. Don't go anywhere. We'll still leave the camera on, but we'll come on in about probably 8-9 minutes. Again, score 0-0 at the half. John Serger with me is Murphy Horning. We'll be right back, guys. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Anderson Field as we're getting set for the second half here between the Bobcats and the Lions. Again, Bobcats trying to go 12-0 for trying to keep things rolling. And with me also is Murphy Horning. And Murphy, the floor is all yours as Murphy will be doing play-by-play here for the second half.
Well, thank you very much, John Sterniker. Here we are, second half. We are scoreless. Bexley will have a throw-in. The ball's thrown in towards near the 40-yard line. There's a little scrum for the ball. It goes off a Bexley player out of bounds, and Grandview will have a throw-in near the 45-yard line. And Bexley kicks it back. Grandview and here we go. Cats with a chance. They try to funnel it in towards the middle of the field, but the attempt is foiled.
To no avail.
And that ball will be kicked out of bounds, and it'll be. And they roll it. It's Bexley ball, but okay, that was a miscommunication by the. Oh, no, it wasn't. They somehow, for whatever reason, say that went off of Grandview. I don't know if my eyes are tricking me there, but man, I don't like that call at all.
And if you recall, Murphy, we saw that in the first half, a few controversial calls. That one specifically against Matty James, who we're not still even sure what happened there, but nonetheless.
Right. Ball's thrown. It goes off ahead, and it'll go out of bounds. And they get the call right this time. Grandview throw in. There's Anna Doby. She tosses it down the near sideline, bounces off a Bexley player, kick towards midfield. There's Taylor Pierce who kicks it. And the ball will go towards the far sideline. It'll go out of bounds. And Bexley will have a throw in from inside their own zone. So a couple passes back and forth. Now they'll try and advance, but that attempt is denied, and a whistle blows. But it's a foul on Bexley, and Grandview will have a free kick here. And looks like, I believe that's Anna Doby's going in for the free kick, and she lines it down the field toward the right side of the goal, and it bounces back towards the 20-yard line. And the ball is bouncing. Anna Doby's. Now the ball at the 40-yard line. And there, I believe, is Adele Bechtel, I think.
Yep, that is Adele.
Yeah,
there's her name a whole lot.
Adele, I think she just came into the game the second half, and the ball goes off the foot of a Bexley player. Ball is kept in near the 40-yard line, and here's Maddie James. Can she break away? She cannot, and the ball goes out of bounds off Maddie's foot as the pass was unsuccessful.
As that was a pass going over.
Right.
As that was a pass going over to Whitney Schaefer and just miscommunication.
And that ball is chipped down the far side, and this one will go out of bounds. Bexley is 3-6. Cats are undefeated, but they've played a very stout defensive game so far. And they have the ball near midfield. There's Maddie James carrying the mail through the Bexley zone. Here she is inside the goal back. She tries to left foot it, but it's blocked, and the ball will be kicked out of bounds. So the Cats will get a throw in near the Bexley, about 15 yards away from the goal, as Whitney Schaefer tosses it in. The pass goes back to Schaefer. She falls to the ground, but she gets back up, retains possession. And now Maddie James jostling for the ball. Back to Schaefer, and she tries to center it towards the goal. It bounces off the foot of a Bexley player, and the ball will be covered by the goalie. 36 minutes left here in the second half, no score.
Yeah, Whitney Schaefer had a chance right there. The ball was up in the air for a little bit, but no Bobcats were able to get there. And Bexley again catches a break. That's a few times we've seen it this far.
Yeah. Cats are getting the ball inside the goal box, but they just can't get shots to the net. Whereas Bexley, all of their attempts have been foiled within about 20, 30 yards away from the goal. The ball's popped in the air. Ball's that's cut off by Whitney Schaefer. Now here's Whitney near sideline, left foots it up ahead to a Bexley defender near the 41. She advances it up past midfield. Now the Cats retain possession, but Bexley players knocked to the ground and a foul's called. And Bexley will have a free kick near midfield.
Yeah, that was Maddie Arndt accidentally on the tackle. It seems like she was just trying to play the ball. And the
Yeah, but
Bexley player
that
got
is
in the
not
way,
what that's not how it turned out.
Yeah, Maddie Arndt just accidentally took her down.
And the
Bexley's going to get a good kick right here around the 50. So nice pass right there between Maddie and, is that Maddie also? No, it's Whitney.
That's Whitney Schaefer, number 17. And they rule the ball, went out of bounds. Schaefer just couldn't save the ball on the near sideline, and Bexley will get a throw in their own zone. From their own zone, I should say.
Seems like every time Grandview gets to around the 30, 20-yard line, Bexley does something to negate it. Grandview's got to do a better job to try to close things in
that ball
near the 10.
Skips past Claudette Mole, but she's back to recover. She probably should kick it out of bounds here. But the ball does go to a Grandview player. Cats do regain possession. And a foul called on Bexley. Cats will get a free kick from their own 35. The ball's punched up the far sideline, cut off by Bexley. Now they regain possession, and that pass is cut off by Anna Dobies. Here's Maddie James back to Whitney Schaefer near sideline. She gets around one player. Now here she is sprinting towards the goal on the near side. She tries to cross. It goes off a Bexley defender, and that ball will be punched out of bounds.
Grandview get thrown. We have substitution now coming in. That's Olivia Girardi. She'll be substituting in, looks like, for Carly Orr.
Olivia Girardi will come into the game. She'll be on the far side of the field. Just over 33 minutes left here in the game. No score. There's Maddie James. Maddie stumbles to the ground, and the ball is centered towards the goal. Stopped by a Bexley defender. Now, she looks like one of the midfielders almost inadvertently kicked a Grandview player there. And
now Grand Student section come to life. Saw some of the football players walk in as I was down there. Hopefully we can get a spark and maybe get one. All we need is one goal to win this thing.
Yeah. As the Cats, they're getting closer. I'd say that they're dominating
just fatigue
possession, and
fatigue's might seem like starting to kick in for the Lions here.
For Bexley, could be. As Cats, Bexley will get a goal kick. And that ball's grounded towards the far side. Ball rolling around midfield, and Adele Bechtel switches it back into Bexley territory. Let's see if the Cats can sustain possession. They can't. As that ball is a bouncer towards, let's see, there's Whitney Schaefer. And Anna Dobies drills it down. Let's see if Maddie James, can she stay on side? She does, but ball's cut off by Bexley midfielder, but it does go out of bounds, and Grandview will get a throw in.
Yeah, Murphy, I got to ask you, who you think your player of the game is thus far for the Bobcats?
Ooh, I'd have to go with Anna Dobies so far if I name one player.
Yeah,
and a whistle. Let's see what this is here. A yellow card. I think that's what I saw, but
yeah,
I can't tell who that's on. But
they're gonna chalk it up on Maddie, I think.
Is it a yellow card on Maddie James? Well, it must be, because Bexley is getting a free kick here. See a referee writing something down. So it looks like it'll be a yellow card on Maddie James, as the clock is stopped so the referee can process the penalty.
Yeah, and Maddie's got to be careful. If she gets one more yellow card, she'll be out for the game.
Well, if she gets one more yellow card, it's a red card.
Yeah. Well, I believe also she might get it for next game too.
Oh, because it's the second half, right?
Bingo.
And ready for play, and the ball goes off a Grandview player. Bexley will get another throw in near their own 40. or their own side of or otherwise their own side of midfield. That ball thrown in off a Grandview player. It's going out of bounds, and they rule it went off. They rule it went off a Lion there, but ball tossed in. Round, still kind of just bouncing there near midfield. Cats try to stifle the opportunity. Anna, she's got to get back. And she'll kick it out of bounds. Let's see. And it looks like it'll be a corner kick for the Lions.
Yep, going to be a free kick for Bexley here. And now Grandview's, they got to be careful because one goal given up by the Bobcats, that's the most that they've had this entire season. So, we don't know how Grandview would act if they were to go down 1-0 in this game because they've never been in this situation.
As the corner kick is towards the goal, but Bexley, they retain possession. A whistle blows.
They're calling offsides.
And they're going to call offsides on the Lions.
Cats catch a break right there.
Oof. Did they ever.
That was pretty scary, but
just under 30 minutes left here in the game. No score still. Very defensive game, as we've said many times. As Dobies hits it's a moderately high kick, but Bexley retains possession. The Cats cut it off. The ball punched toward midfield. Still bounces around, and Bexley, they've established possession now. Let's see. As that ball will go into Gentile, and let's see how far she kicks it here. There's a fast dropping kick, and it lands near the middle of the field. Cats again stout defensively.
And again, it seems like we've been seeing Tia Thomas, who just had the
Yes.
ball a lot tonight, really contributing. Seems like she's been one that I mean, you gave Anna Doby star player of the game. She's done a really good job.
Yeah.
Also, Tia Thomas.
No,
has been
she's
all
done
over the
excellent.
field.
Yeah.
Seems like. Bexley gets the throw in here. 28 minutes to go. And Grandview's never tied it this season, nor have they lost. So coming in, trying to go for a 12-0 record, Murphy. I mean, that's got to be breaking the record, you would think, about all the years that Grandview Girls has been around. They've had good years, they've had down years, but I don't recall a season where they've ever gone 12-0. They've either there's been games where they've lost to Academy or to Warden Christian or whoever, but Grandview this year at least have gone past both teams. And you'd think the rest of the schedule would be favorable and easy for them, but no, Bexley's holding their own.
Yeah. Bexley trying to get it towards the goal. But the Cats, again, they have had two deep defensively, and Adele will kick it out of bounds. Bexley will get a throw in. Shoot, I'm too zoomed in there. And the ball's bounced. It pinballs around there for a little bit, but Bexley establishes possession in their own zone. Now they're in Grandview territory. The ball is switched back towards the middle of the field. And the ball towards the goal, and it goes to the right of Gentile. Yes, boy, if that was on goal, that would have been, yeah, boy.
Yeah, that was a nice shot right there. Just nothing going. So, your substitutions coming in.
Maddie James will come back into the game here. She's near the 50-yard line. Ball's kicked out of bounds.
That was a little bit of a shove, but no call right there by Grandview.
Uh-oh, ball.
Sydney Slaughter.
Ball's on the left wing. It's centered, but the Cats stifle that opportunity, and Bexley, they've dominated possession within the last 5 minutes as Emma Hall can't cut it off. There's Maddie Arndt. She fishes it towards midfield now. The ball will go left wing. Emma Hall one-on-one. Here she is. She punches it towards the goal. It'll go, and the Bexley goaltender will gobble that one up, and she'll roll it to the far side of the field.
Man, just seems like Grandview offensively just hasn't had a lot going.
They just haven't. Yeah, they're just out of sync right now.
You got to give credit to Bexley. They've been doing a good job.
Indeed, you do. Yeah, defensively.
But yeah,
they've been dynamite.
You know, I know it's not the intention here, but it almost seems like Bexley's playing for the tie. The way they're playing.
Right. You could argue the same for Grandview's. As the Cats, they've always had two back in their own end zone.
So
that ball's popped high in the air.
We still have 24.5 minutes left.
And
here.
It lands at
0-0.
pinballs. Dobies tries to. Ooh, that was a dangerous center towards the middle of the field, and and the crowd thinks there should have been a foul call. There probably should have been, and the crowd is really up in arms over that call. And now
they're not sure why there wasn't something called there, but nonetheless,
I think the students are good to see the students get into it there.
We saw the Cats get a makeup call right there as Tia Thomas had a free kick, but that's a booming kick.
And right on Gentile, about a couple feet to the left of the goal. And there's a driving punt. It's headed back towards the Grandview goal, and ball's between 25 and the 30-yard line. And that will go out of bounds. And did they rule that one off Grandview?
Yeah, more substitutions coming in.
More substitutions.
Yeah, Carly Orr, Whitney Schaefer, and I believe that's Taylor Pierce all coming in.
And I see Maddie Arndt leaving the field, and looks like Sydney Slaughter.
Olivia Girardi will also be coming off.
There's just under 23 minutes left here in Grandview. Gentile.
For Bexley. Nice job by Gentile.
Very important for Gentile to cut that one off, because if she didn't, then
that was scary. It almost seemed like the defenders were kind of just.
That's easily the closest chance for any team.
Yeah, got to be a little more protective and with her possession.
Because if Gentile was just 1 or 2 steps too late, then still tied here. Just over 22 left in the game.
And the longer this game goes, tied, Murphy, the more confidence we see in Bexley.
Yeah.
We're seeing a lot.
They look even, they don't look the least bit scared right now. You thought they might be coming in, but they're not. How much time is left? Okay. And the boys are still tied at 0. That game midway through the second half. So both of these games are going down to the wire.
All right, Emma Hall for chance.
Emma Hall
around the 15.
Can she get around this one defender? Oh, she can't. But that ball will be kicked towards the bleachers, and it will go out of bounds. But now the Cats have an opportunity here. Maddie James.
Now, just looking for help is Emma Hall. Now go out of bounds against Bexley, and Grandview will get the throw in. And now this is your chance to score if you're the Cats, Murphy.
Uh-oh, here's Maddie James, and the ball, I think that's Carly Orr there.
Yep.
Oh, is that Tia Thomas or?
That was Tia Thomas.
Okay, 14's Tia Thomas, and the ball will go out near the far corner, and Bexley will get. Hey, James has scored in every game, and she's looking to break the ice here. But Bexley in their own zone. They get it past midfield.
His offense just isn't, or his team just isn't quite in sync yet, Murphy.
No, they're not. Yeah. They could be more. That's towards the
kick.
goal. Gentile makes a nice save.
Nice catch right there by
right
Gentile.
into the breadbasket, and there's a low lining punt.
A lot of goalies, Murphy, they want to keep running before they even catch the ball. First, you got to secure it to make sure you get it, and that's exactly what Gentile did.
Didn't look to be anyone in the immediate vicinity there, but. Okay, that's Carly Orr, number 6. Now here's Emma Hall. Oh, she can't run it down. She was just 2 or 3 strides behind the white ball, but good effort nonetheless.
You hear the fans starting to get into it, starting to get a little worried here in Anderson.
I mean, they're up in arms of the referee. Oh, the ref's calls. They're getting excited now. It's as the tension rises here at Anderson Field.
You hear the fans starting to get into a little bit.
Let's go, Bobcats. As it goes.
And Grandview really hasn't been in this
They roll off Bexley, but.
Yeah, Murphy, Grandview has really not been in this
No,
predicament
they've been blowing everybody out, but do you go for the win or do you play not to lose? Oh, that one gets past Dobies, but but now she finally cuts it off, and she punches it back into the Bexley end. The ball's at the far end of the field, goes out of bounds. A lot of lobbying, and they rule it went off Grandview, so Bexley will get a throw in.
Now, if under 18 to go, score still 0-0. Again,
Ball's punched.
11-0-0. No ties this season, and
undefeated, and they want that to continue.
Yeah, I mean technically they still would be having no losses, but you don't want anything on behind that first number.
The crowd is getting getting pretty restless here.
Yeah, but Grandview, you got to be careful you don't give up a goal here. That would be disastrous. They got to stay focused and hang in there defensively.
That ball is pinballed back towards the near end, and they say it's Bexley ball. They'll get a throw in near the border of the Grandview goal box. It's good play by Dobies to be the first one to the ball there.
Seen her a few times today. Make some good plays. And, I was going to say let Gentile pick that up and boom it away. And, Murphy, I want to once again, give a quick plug to our sponsors, Jimmy John's.
Jimmy John's, freaking fast.
And to Snap Fitness.
The greatest 24-hour fitness center in Ohio, the United States, the Western Hemisphere, and possibly the entire world.
Thank you.
Definitely all of Western civilization.
Thank them for sponsoring us here tonight.
Yeah, I don't know how the fitness centers are in Japan, but dang, Snap 24-hour fitness, that's tough to beat. It really is.
So here we go, 16 minutes to go. And this has been a pretty even battle offensively and defensively. Neither team has really had that breakout chance to, at least that one-on-one matchup with the goalie for a chance to score. Both the teams have just been fighting defensively. Got to give credit to Bexley.
And a foul's called. And we'll let the crowd tell you what's going on here.
They're going to call the foul against Maddie James here, I guess. Or Maddie Arndt, excuse me.
Maddie James is on the side. Maddie Arndt's the one on the field right now.
I'm not sure. That the ref looks like he's drawn something on the card.
Yeah, I can't tell. It's the...
Yeah, it's going to go against number 12 of Bexley, I
Bexley.
believe.
Well, yeah, we'll find out. Yeah, looks like Grandview's getting a free kick here.
Now let's see if Grandview can capitalize on it. You know, at first it was Manny James who got that yellow card, and Grandview was starting to slow down. Now let's see. Now it goes the other way if Grandview can build on it. 15 minutes to go. What does Grandview need to do here, Murphy?
Score more goals than Bexley before within the next 15 minutes.
Well, yes,
that's pretty yeah. But they need to be more aggressive. I mean, take some risks if you have to. They haven't really done that so far, but if you want to win the game, you're going to have to play aggressive. You're going to need Schaefer and James are coming back into the game for the Grandview Bobcats. And let's give another plug for our sponsors here. Jimmy John's, freaking fast. And we'll give a plug for Snap 24-Hour Fitness Center, the best 24-hour fitness center in Ohio, North America, the Western Hemisphere, Western civilization, and perhaps the entire world.
Do you have money?
No. Well, they pay for our...
Here we go. This is Matty James. Now gives it to Matty Arndt. Now they got a chance. See if Bobcats can get things going. They'll kick it out of bounds. And now Grandview with a chance here.
As here's Anadobes. The ball deflects off a Bexley player, but it's kicked off. And the Cats will get a throw in near the corner zone. Here's Matty James. Near end of the field, kicked out of bounds, and the Cats will get a corner kick.
Yeah, rare corner kick. They haven't had many of those here tonight. That might have been, this might be maybe their third Murphy they've had tonight.
Corner kicks? This is
third or fourth.
Might be their.
Gosh,
I don't.
They haven't had a ton, to say the least. Is a point.
And they want Anadobes to.
Yeah, she's got a leg
to handle the reins here.
We saw it earlier.
Crowd getting into it, anticipating a key point in this game. And here we go. She lines it towards the goal. She doesn't get the right bounce. It goes to the far side of the field, out of bounds, completely untouched, and Bexley will get a throw in.
Dang, if Carly Orr was just a little bit taller, she might have had a chance to stop that. Have a shot.
Well, from the point. She kicked it, but
So here we go. Still have good possession as the Cats.
Yeah. Cats are ratcheting up the intensity. The ball goes towards the goaltender. I don't know if that's a soccer term or not.
We'll get the punt here.
As there is a low line drive kick, goes down at midfield, and it's left-footed up ahead, and this one will go out of play. Grandview will get a throw-in. The ball's tossed in, out of bounds. Bexley ball.
Now less than 13 to go, Murphy.
Yeah, 12:54 and counting left. No score. It's just been a defensive stalemate so far, to be honest with you. Both teams have been stout defensively, but Cats, they just haven't really gotten many chances. They've gone close a couple times, but haven't been able to funnel any shots towards the goals.
Here's got a chance.
Here's Maddie Arndt. She's got a chance back to James. She tries to get it. She tries to center it, but it's cut off, but the ball will be kicked out of bounds. Grandview will get a throw-in.
Yeah, Cats get the throw-in here.
Here's Maddie James, and Bexley regains possession, and that ball is grounded towards midfield. Grandview kicks it out of bounds. Bexley will get another chuck in here. It's like a whistle has been blown. And Bexley will get a couple of their players back here. And the referee gives the ready for play whistle. Ball's tossed in, bounces.
Few substitutions in for Bexley. Both teams trying to make their final adjustments here, it seems like. And
yeah.
Within these next few minutes, this is what the set lineup's going to be, unless there's something major happens. Like right here, Bexley has a chance.
But the Cats have numbers back towards the goal, which they have all game, and that chance is dethroned.
And again, Bexley just matching up so well against the Cats here tonight.
Over the middle of the field, and good
miscommunication.
Cats seem to have wires crossed in their own zone. They can't get any. They're kicking the ball back towards the 50, but they can't establish possession. As that's towards the far side. Here's Carly Orr trying to outrun a Bexley midfielder, and
they got her.
Punch. She'll stay on sides, can't she? Maddie James trying to get towards the middle of the goal. Shot on goal. The save, rebound, bounces back out. Nobody home, and the ball is punched back towards midfield, and the chance is stifled.
Chance right there.
That's Grandview's best chance of the game. Someone was there. There's a shot right on Gentile, and she snags it.
Gentile now with the save.
Coast to coast here in Grandview. As here's Maddie James again.
And there goes Maddie.
She's near the near end. She's got to be careful there, and the ball's punched out of bounds.
Yeah, you can't.
And it'll be Grandview throw in. Here's Arndt to James. James back to Arndt. And Arndt, she retains possession.
She's got a chance.
And she squibs it towards the goal, and another save. And a timeout. I don't know if someone has an issue with their shoe there. I think that's what it is. The clock is stopped.
I'm here and give her the yellow. I'm not sure who they're specifically talking about, but 9:21 to go, Murphy. Cats are surprisingly in a good ball game.
Yeah. Oh, did they get a penalty kick here? Could it be? Wait a minute. Hold the phone, everybody.
Oh, no.
Oh, they ruled it a goal kick. Ah. And that's a high, short punt.
Well, technically it was a goal kick, except it was just a little pooch kick.
A pooch kick.
9 minutes to go.
Right, Austin Jackson scored on the base.
At this point, Murphy, if you're Grandview, you just got to get things going. You got to try to see what works, what doesn't. You don't have a lot of time, though. You still have enough time, though, to see and not get too desperate and just kick the ball up ahead. You can still make some short passes, but you know, you got to be careful with who you pass it to, because one mistake from either side that might determine the ball game here. You got to believe they're going to try to go after Maddie James here. Try to get her a clean shot, or, I mean, Maddie Arn, she's the one that's been having
There's Anna
the shots
Dobie's
for
line
Grandview
drive,
so far. Maybe
central
give her another
field.
crack at it. And we're going to Taylor Pierce right there, nothing going, and Bexley will just kick it out near the 50. Here come the Lions. Good moving.
There's
ball
Whitney
moving.
Schaefer
Now
here.
they got Maddie James up ahead.
Maddie James one-on-one.
She needs help, though.
One to beat. She needs help. And the ball will be kicked towards the sideline. And they say it went off Bexley. Schaefer throw in. Let's see. I think that's Signe Slaughter.
Yeah, looking for Slaughter.
She has the ball near the near corner. It's out of bounds.
Yeah, we got a stoppage right here. Substitutions. Now under 7 to go. Bexley again, they're subbing quickly in and out. We're seeing a lot of substitutions from the Lions. You just hear the fans now start to get into it. Drilling stands down below. 6.5 to go. Bexley with possession, loses it. Bobcats pick it up. The Cats will start moving. This is Maddie Art now, looking for help. All right, Slaughter needs help, but she couldn't find anyone. Now Bexley gonna try to take control. It's going to fall out of bounds, and Bexley will get the throw-in. And these quick substitutions now are coming from Grandview's side. Maddie James coming in for Signe Slaughter. I mean, at this point, Murphy, what do you do if you're Grandview to try to get a goal in here?
I don't know. Oh, they say it.
That one almost went out of the field. Now under 5 minutes to go. Cats coming in here with 11-0 record, perfectly undefeated, no ties. Bexley, on the other hand, is coming in here with a 3-6 record, but the matchup has been pretty equal despite the records here. And obviously it's a rivalry between Bexley and Grandview, so you know things are going to always be a battle. And that perfect record might be in jeopardy, although a loss, I don't know if you'd still call that undefeated or not.
Hey, if you counted the 1916 Giants as a perfect season, they claimed to have won 26 in a row, even though there was a tie.
High kick and almost falls in. Wow, nice
mixed
shot.
in there. But you could, based off of that logic, you could say it's a perfect season. But they will still be undefeated. I mean, I don't think this will be too much to dwell on for the Bobcats if they don't get the result that they want. But they are not losing the game.
Again, I believe Grandview scored at least 2 goals every single game, Murphy. So that
Stay on sides,
is in
Matt
jeopardy.
D.
And they're going to call her for offsides.
Yeah, they ruled she was just off sides. No, that's a good call. That's a good call.
Yeah, it was a good call.
I guess that's
They didn't call it.
That's how it works.
They didn't blow the whistle due to the.
Yeah.
They didn't blow the whistle due to the fact because Maddie hadn't touched the ball yet. Once Maddie touches the ball, then it's
She hasn't touched
offsides.
the ball yet. This is how the rules are.
Now under 3 to go, Murphy. I think we should give one more plug to our sponsors here, Murphy.
Jimmy John's, freaky fast. And Snap Fitness, Ohio's best 24-hour fitness center, America's best 24-hour fitness center, the Western civilization's best 24-hour fitness center, the world's best 24-hour fitness center, and probably the universe's best 24-hour fitness center.
There you have it, Murphy putting that over like $1 million.
Yeah, but it truly is. It's a worldwide institution.
That's a good combo for fitness right there, Jimmy John's and
Yeah.
Fitness Center. Yeah, 2 minutes ago.
I mean, but when I go to Jimmy John's, it's like getting a rainbow stuffed into my mouth. It is. I mean, if you're just hungry, you need a quick bite, go to Jimmy John's. Under 2 minutes left here in the game. Ball punched, Cats playing more aggressively. Here's
Ooh, that was a nice.
Here's Maddie Yarn. She falls over,
fight
but
right
now
there.
the ball will be switched up ahead. Uh-oh, down the right wing. Ball punched towards midfield, and the Cats try to kick it out of bounds. It's about 10 feet to the right of the goal. And Bexley will get
that was Kirsten Lauer.
I think good job by Kirsten Lauer to get it out of there.
Had Kirsten missed
But
that,
Bexley
Murphy, they would have had a chance.
We'll have
for
a corner
wide open
kick
chance.
with under 1:30 left. Here we go. The crowd towards the goal. It's popped back away from the goal, and the chance is quelled for now. 1:09 left here in the game. 1:08, 1:07. Here's Bexley on the left wing. It's centered towards the middle. Whistle blows, and
they call a foul.
And they call a foul on Bexley. Cats, they got to go quick. Only 55 seconds left and counting.
Yeah, now
53, 52.
Murphy, now it's desperation time.
Yes, absolutely.
Got to get the ball up the field.
The far side of the field. And, they say it's out of bounds. And Bexley will get a throw in.
It's kind of like a Hail Mary. You just got to kick it up there and hope someone
Ball's pinballed back towards the Bexley sideline. 35 seconds left, 34. Throw in by Bexley. They slaps possession, bounces off a Grandview player, kicked out of bounds again. 26 seconds left. Bexley's got to go fast. Both teams have to go fast. Ball's pinballed back towards the goal. And looked like I think that was Maddie James having some trouble with it there, but 13 seconds. Bexley, they have one more chance. They've got to hurry. Here's the throw in. It's a hard throw. It's in the middle of the goal box, and Bexley's going to run out of time, and we will finish in a tie. Well,
man, what a game, Murphy.
What a game, yeah.
That was a fun
Bexley
finish.
made it scary at the end, but Grandview had some good chances, but
and the Cats will go to 11-0-1.
They remain undefeated, but the perfect season ends depending on what qualifies as a perfect season for you.
It wasn't a loss. I still want.
No, it wasn't a loss. I don't think the Cats will dwell. They played a stout game defensively. They were on the doorstep a couple times. They just couldn't finish, but I wouldn't be too disappointed if it were.
Here we go. I just got it. 0-0. The boys play to a tie.
And the boys play to a tie as well.
0-0 tie. So both sides. Battle between Bexley and Grandview, both ends in ties.
Yeah.
And, Bexley, they had a good game plan coming out
Indeed, they
here.
did. They had a very good game.
Very defensively, made sure all they had to do was make fundamental passes, and they did that. And, well-deserved. Congrats to them. First team to actually stumble across Grandview, but they will, you got to believe they'll meet up again at some point. You got to believe Grandview's going to remember this game come that time.
Yep. Did the Cats, did they have Bexley left on their schedule at, of course, the game at Bexley, but
No, but they might meet up in the playoffs.
Grandview and Bexley. Not in the playoffs, but in the regular season. I'm not sure if we have another. Are we still on?
Yeah, so that's going to do it for us here, ladies and gentlemen. The final score, 0-0. John Sterniker along was Murphy Horn. It was a good night. And we'll see you Friday when me and Ben come back for the guys' football game over at Whitehall. Until then, Murphy, you want to give out any plugs?
Well, you can follow John Sterniker at John Sterniker on Twitter. You can follow me, or you can follow me at Murphy_sports. Also on Twitter. That's my primary social media account. But if you want to see some football stats, maybe some baseball broadcast plugs once we get to baseball season, follow me at Murphy_sports on Twitter. And John, you got anything to add?
No, I think you said all. Obviously, follow our Grandview broadcast channel over at GH.
How could I forget that?
GHHS Broadcasting on
shame
Twitter.
on me. How did I forget to
And
plug
then always
that?
add me and Ben on Facebook. We're always down. We always post stuff on, I know, the Grandview USA Ohio page and such like that. So make sure to check us out there. But until then, that's all we got. We'll see you Friday. Once again, final score, Bexley 0, Bobcat 0. Have a good night, everyone.